So, lots has been happening, and it is now the end of another month. What? October is over, it is now November. It is technically November 4th today, Friday, November 4th. Oh lord. Luckily, in the month of October, I got my crap together and made some more videos. But it's the end of one month and the beginning of another, so it's time to do another wrap-up video slash TBR. To start off with, let's begin with all the books that I read in the month of October, and I actually did read a lot. I got through maybe like 6 2/3. The 7th book I'm almost done with. Oddly enough, those aren't the books that I had on my TBR for October. I got a little off schedule and started going way off. The first book that I read was, of course, Crooked Kingdom by Miss Leigh Bardugo. This is the second one in the Six of Crows duology, so this is the second and final one. It's incredible. This world is amazing. Eerie, but not in like a spooky, scary way, more in just like a very corrupted environment. The first book in the series is all about these 6 people that get grouped together and perform a giant, impossible heist. I actually have a book review for that. I'll leave the video down below if you're interested. My friend Sophie has just finished this book. We went to an author panel with Leigh Bardugo in it. Again, I recorded that. I'll leave that video down below. Anyway, my friend Sophie has now finished this one, so we will be doing a book review together. It'll be a different kind of review because it'll be 2 of us. I can't exactly say too much about what this one is. I will talk about it more in the review with Sophie, but it was incredible. 5 out of 5 stars. The second book that I read was Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Oh, amazing. The way that this book is written, it's told in like case file kind of form. So it had visuals, file information, copies of text messages or emails. It's so cool the way that it's written and how it still has a complete storyline underneath with character arcs and plot development. It's insane. The story being that in the future, humans have moved off of Earth and are now all throughout the galaxy. And one of these colonies houses the 2 main characters, and it gets attacked by this other organization. So everyone that hasn't been killed is stuck on these ships, running away, flying away technically, from this last enemy ship that is chasing after them. And it's only a matter of time before the enemy catches up and destroys the rest of them. And at the same time, this computer intelligence software on their ship is kind of acting haywire, and there's a disease going around and spreading through each of these 3 surviving ships, and it's all going downhill, and it's tons of fun and fast-paced and really entertaining. But yes, Illuminae, that was a huge 5 out of 5 stars. The second book, Gemina, is actually out now, and I really want to read it, so I need to get my hands on a copy of that because, dear lord, Illuminae was incredible. The third book that I read was The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire, co-written by Dan Howell and Phil Lester. Dan is not on fire, and The Amazing Phil. I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5 stars simply because it wasn't as interesting of a book that I like to read. I was expecting more like of their humor and just kind of the stuff of their videos. I just kind of read through it in the most dull way possible. So not my favorite one, but still decent read. The next book that I read was The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. This was a really cool story about Ava Lavender, who was this girl born with bird wings, and it's written in this young adult meets magical realism kind of way. So it has like all this background information with her whole family history, which is a huge thing that happens in a lot of magical realism stories. It was just really cool to experience this genre of books that I had studied in a previous semester, but written in this young adult, more modern way. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like, oh my dear lord, everyone needs to read this, but it was still a really good book. I liked the characters, I liked how it was written. It was really nice and sweet, so I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read was this really short one, Alien Busters by Safa Shoxi. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I probably did not. I follow her on Instagram and she's writing this new series. She offered to send me a free ebook copy if I had a review for it. The main girl is what's known as an alien buster. Basically, their job is to kill aliens. No questions asked. You see an alien, you kill it. She sees a baby alien, and instead of killing it like she's supposed to, she feels pity and takes it in and keeps it as a pet. So the rest of the story is her trying to keep it a secret from her friends, from her bosses, from the government. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars simply because it could have had so much more. It's one of those books that's like written super fast and it's just tons of information flying at you. I kind of want to know more in depth what is happening rather than just like, oh, this is now happening. Oh, this. Oh, and this one thing happened way in the past. Kind of got confusing, so I just wanted more. Also, some of the things that happened were just very confusing in the setting. For example, it was mentioned that the main character had gone to prom. With the setting in such the distant future where aliens are running around and an 18-year-old girl is now killing aliens as a job, I wouldn't really expect prom to be a thing that happens in that world, so I was just kind of confused. Somewhat frustrating for me. But overall, I loved the concept, I loved the story, I just wanted more from it, so 3 out of 5 stars. The next one that I read, technically I read an audiobook. Next book that I listened to was The Call by TBR O'Gillen. Again, pronunciation is probably crap. The general concept for this book is that Ireland has now been sectioned off from the rest of the world because of these fae, they're known as Sheetha. The humans banished the Sheetha many years ago, like thousands of years ago, to this hell-like world where even the water is poisonous and the trees and all these plants are like trap you and kill you and the ground can swallow you up and eat you. But the Sheetha can call these people. Basically, in any time of their teenage life, they disappear and are somehow transported into the Sheetha world. In the human world, it's about 3 minutes. In the fairy world, it's 24 hours. And that's 24 hours of you running away for your life because these fairies are like trying to kill you. They're trying to hunt you down and not just kill you, but torture you or like morph you into some disgusting creature. This book kept me on the edge of my seat, and it doesn't help that the audiobook is narrated by this really nice, soothing voice. Freaks me out every time. An incredible book. I loved every minute of it. And last but not least, I have finished 2/3 of The Lovely Reckless by Cami Garcia. I love this book, and I love reading it. But it's taking me so long because of all the stuff that I've been doing. This girl named Frankie just experienced watching her boyfriend die. And she meets Marco. Bad boy, car racer. It's an illegal car racing thing too. Since Frankie comes from like the super pristine family and her father is an undercover cop, it's very much Romeo and Juliet. Some of my favorite parts are the car racing scenes. Super cute as well. The characters are adorable. I don't think I mentioned this, but I gave The Call 5 out of 5 stars. I just realized that I didn't say that. Okay, moving on to the second part of the video, which is not September, November TBR! So first off, finish The Lovely Reckless. This is number 1. I need to get this done. It needs to happen, guys. Second book that I want to read is Last Seen Leaving by Caleb Roehrig. He's amazing, and I've been wanting to read this book for a while now, and I finally got it from the library, so I'm gonna just read this. I'm gonna read the heck out of this. I also am going to read Susan Denard's Truth Witch. I actually own this book, but it's back at home, so I was like, I'm gonna get a copy from the library and read it. Ha 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 ha. The second book in this series, Wind Witch, is coming out fairly soon, so I'm gonna get ahead of the game and read the first one. Next book that I want to read in the month of November is This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab. This has been on my TBR for like 4 months now. I've been wanting to read this so badly and I've had it with me every time and it needs to get done. So yeah, I plan on getting these 4 books done. I know that that doesn't seem like very much, but I am also participating in NaNoWriMo, so that's gonna take up a lot of my month. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to me down below if you think I'm entertaining. Also, Kelsey, did you want to say bye?
Bye-bye!
Bye! You're holding like 5 different fruits and a knife. Are you sure you're okay?
Got it. It's okay.